Hello and welcome to Reviews. As always, I'm Plume Noir and I have a question for you. The main character here, Naomi. Book's titled after her. This is supposed to be a secret that'll shock the DC multiverse. Okay, describe her character. If you've been reading the book, this is the third issue. I've done videos on the previous two issues. Describe the character. Okay, you may say she's an adopted girl. You may say she's a black girl that's been adopted by white parents. You may say that she's wondering who she is. Okay, describe her personality. Go ahead. Describe something likable about her personality. Because what we've seen her obsess over the Superman, fight that came through her town, and then she started wondering, who am I? What am I? They say nothing has ever happened in this town. This is the first time it ever happened. Why does D know my birthday? She starts hassling this guy D, who, her parents even say they don't know him. Turns out they're lying. Spoiler. Of course, we already knew that was coming. But yeah, we don't know anything about her personality. Now, I understand, adoptive kids want to know about their real parents. Fine. But she becomes obsessive that she starts bothering D and starts causing problems with him. She just focuses on him when he turned and looked at her. That's all the setup we saw was in the first issue. He kind of looked at her funny and then shut the door. It could be a number of reasons, and then she just starts hammering in on that point. It's the same problem we had with Bendis when he wrote Riri. Well, I almost tripped over that. He made the character, I think he has these good intentions, but he makes them unlikable. And so at the end of the previous issue, she breaks into Dee's garage, breaks into his garage, and finds a photo and ends up getting caught by Dee. That's our hero. Yeah, that is our hero. She broke in, she committed a crime. She committed B&E. And this is the person we're supposed to be rooting for? Well, she's just getting to her quest and, finding out her roots. Okay. You're not making the character likable. And mixed with the Bendis dialogue, I'm just going to jump into this. So here we have, D, who are you? What am I to you? And he just kind of whispers, great, now you're all riled up. Maybe answer a question. Pick one. Anyone. I don't really know you, Naomi. Go. We really don't mean a thing to each other. But she won't listen. Look at how wound up she's getting. I just have terribly. That's Bendis, writing there. They call them social anxiety issues, and you're, oh my god, because this is my space, mine, and it's all I have, and you're some kid. You're lying. I can tell that you're lying. Do you think you sound like you're telling the truth? Would you like a mirror? Okay, you know what? I'm just going to call her. She's a bitch, okay? I mean, she is breaking into his space. Remember, he grabbed her with one hand and threw her out of his store. He could do so much to her. But no, he's just, looking at his photograph. It's the one thing he has of her. And of course, who is she? And he doesn't answer. Is she my biological mother? That's just the conclusion we jump to. That's just... So, this isn't that. This is, are you my father? Aw, kid. And here's the Bendis dialogue. A simple no. No, that's all he would have had to say. You know the date of my adoption. You've been watching me all this time. Keeping an eye on me for what? From a distance because why? Where did this come from? He looked at you in one issue, and then you just obsessed with him. You could have, Bendis could have added a line saying that, oh, I know he's always sneaking peeks at me. It's kind of creepy. And then, you could have set it up with, is this a creepy guy checking out teenage girls? A little bit of misdirection there. You could have said that, he's been keeping an eye. He doesn't watch the other kids. No, This is based on one interaction, and it makes Naomi look like she's flying off the handle and obsessing with him. And of course, when she goes to bother him about it and he kicks her out of the shop, what does she do? Breaks in. That is our hero. Where's her chubby friend at? She was actually a much more likable character. Oh yeah, Naomi blew her off too. Naomi's a good friend. Too scared to face me or raise me yourself? You ran away. Jumping to conclusions. And he just says, stop. Why did you put me up for adoption? What happened to her? Who is she? Where is she? So I'm going to start, kind of skipping, because finally, how many pages in are we? 5 pages in? Kid, I am not your father. And look at the shock. Look at the shock on her face. Such a concept did not occur to her. She was so convinced she was right. Again, this is our protagonist. This is the hero of our story. She was not your mother. We are not your parents. In fact, it is impossible. So stop. Stop this. He is being perfectly reasonable here. And so what is this then? What is it with us? Why'd you run away from me when I asked you a question? I'm sorry I not prepared myself for this all these years. Are you human? Oh, okay, so she asks some weird questions. And this book goes for the dialogue is, who are you? I'm not what you think I am. Who am I? You're not. It's very back and forth stilted dialogue. So we find out his history, and this is actually probably the only a cool part of the book, because we find out D is a Thanagarian, from Hawkworld, Hawkman's planet, the Katar Hall, which I love Thanagar. I mean, there's just, and we get a nice, cool 2-page spread here. Long story short is he and this woman, fell in love on the battlefield. They were covert ops, infiltrating various planets doing stealth. They got tired of war, so they went to Gemworld. What is Bendis's obsession with Gemworld? We have that going on in Young Justice too. They find they make an escape. They go down to the basement, jump into a portal, but she gets shot, and of course he loses her. Okay, so he lands on Earth, and this page is actually well done. I guess he fell 100 feet, and Thanagarians are tough; they can handle that. And realizes that the portal's closing, loses her. Nice silent page, like G.I. Joe 21. It's a good page that a lot of emotion comes through in this. And so, he talks about, we've been to Earth before. We could hide here forever. Instead is my prison. And she says, hey, I didn't mean to do this. I thought this was... I'm so sorry, man. Well, Naomi, you should be. You should be sorry. Because you just went in and just messed with this guy. Brought up all these bad memories. And, the only reason I told you this, Naomi, is I saw you. You're tortured by an idea that's not true. You don't... I'm not the thing you're looking for. And I needed you to know that. We all knew this was going to happen. And the poor guy's so upset, he starts crying. Our hero, the protagonist of this book, makes this large mountain of a guy break down. Good job. Good job. And then the door opens and, good Lord. Her mom opens up the door and sees the two of them together, and you're probably thinking, oh, well, hey, we're going to work in that whole, creepy guy watching my daughter thing. No. Please, Jennifer, take her and go. Mom, leaving. Stop it. Midnight, you're not in your bed. I find you here. Midnight. I'm so mad I can hardly breathe. I'm so upset. And so then she bashes, what were you thinking? And, Naomi's just shocked, and, she came to me. Overpower you, did she? That's not fair. It's insanely unfair. Insanely. The dialogue. Jesus Christ. We had a deal. Honor code. Tell me again about your almighty honor code. And then she slaps him. And it's like, okay, so the parents are not what they thought. We kind of figured that out. Um, well, now you saw that. That happened too. Now get in the car. So the dad's waiting, and poor D apologizes. We get this angry face, and they're driving. Several empty panels, and Naomi finally breaks the silence. Are you kidding me, guys? Speak. We have the mom just really upset. That man just told me he is an alien from another planet, and I've never seen you raise your hand to anybody ever about anything. And of course, the dad is, Mr. Calm. I know it's asking a lot, Pumpkin, but I need you to settle down. So, blah, blah, blah. A lot of stupid dialogue. The dad, has to show Naomi something. Again, a lot of stupid questions that keep going on. It's just a show more than tell thing. It just is. And I really should stop here very shortly. So they get out and walk. He asks if she has her phone because they'll need the lights. God, I hope it's charged enough. Naomi, this bond we have, as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing you can do that will shake it. Nothing. You got that? Dad, please. I'd do anything to keep things the way they were for just a few more, I don't know. Come. Is that a cave? And she says, Dad, you're the one that shows me those horror movies with the clowns. Okay. And then he says, I know this is weird, but 17 years, kid. I changed all your diapers and sat with you while you were sick. So I could what? Murder you in a cave? I promise I'll protect you. Now, this is what I'm talking about, the dialogue. He says, tells her to come. She says, is that a cave? I know. And then she makes this dialogue about the horror movies. And then he jumps with, I'm not going to murder you in the cave. Oh, she thought that he was going to take her out into the desert, into the cave to kill her. Yeah. That's not implied by the dialogue. It's like bits of conversation, Burroughs method, and that's a problem with frickin' Bendis. And I'm not going to show any more because, yeah, it's what you think, what he's going to show you, and of course she immediately jumps to the wrong conclusion again. She's just so obsessed. So now that we see this cover, we figure that we realize this isn't his lover. This is her mom yelling at D. The star shadow effect here. Yeah, this book is dumb, and it makes you not like the character. D's pretty cool. For Santa Guardian, covert ops guy, but the main character reduced him to tears. Yeah, this is the one we're supposed to be rooting for. This is the one whose journey we're supposed to be following. Yeah, secrets revealed. My ass. Newsrama, 10 out of 10. This is just bad writing. It's a bad character. 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. And you know what's saving it from a full 6 o'clock? Is D. D's the only good part of this book, only because they didn't have the chubby friend, whose name I'm just blanking on right now, and I'm not about to go get the previous issue. This book's dumb. Oh, God. And, I kind of want to show the ending because it's so stupid. Everything is coming a mile away. And how are we supposed to like this character? And that's the problem with a lot of these comics anymore. I don't want to say SJW, but I mean, I don't really get that impression too much from this book. But yeah, it's Bendis. The dialogue is you just have to kind of plow through it, and yeah, it's a lot of repetition. Hey, are you my father? I'm not prepared for this. Are you my father? Maybe I. Are you my father? No, I'm not. I mean, it's stupid. Anyway, and just think, I still have a Captain Marvel book yet to go through. Yay me. Yay my life. Alright, thanks for watching. This book is trash. Stay away from it. This is stupid. Newsrama, you guys have crap taste. So, as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.